Wuthering Waves, the name has become the talking point of a lot of people right now. It has become one of, if not the most anticipated game of 2024. And for a good reason too. Because for the past 10 months, last time I checked it called 9 months, right? But the point is, for the past 10 months, they has been making a lot of progress, including the latest. They've now talking about their progress about the game. And they have been making way more things and listening more to the player base. And compared to a certain G game here, well, of course, they seem to be more appealing, isn't it? But of course, this game is not come without any weakness or any downside or any, but it's a great word for that, not good side, right? A little bit softer word for that, because with the dev attitude, I actually know and believe they would take player feedback in consideration. Hence, leading me now making video talking about my feedback. And here's the greatest part: the game is not even out yet. It's not even closed beta yet. Look, closed beta 2, right? It's not even CBT 2 yet. It doesn't even have a release date. I have not even touched the game, even back in CBT 1. I don't even know what the combat play like. I know how it looked like, right? Because I watch people play it, but I've never experienced that, right? For someone like me to be overhyping on this game, that is something that's impressive. And of course, I'm here now to talk about a character design problem that I think they have, or still have to a certain extent. The reason I'm saying to a certain extent, because at least, right, from my own view, I can count at least 3 characters that they have done pretty good, that I'm already looking forward to play them, or at least pull for them, right? They have remade 3 characters that I would love to be pulling for, looking forward to play. One of them is that Yin Yang girl, Yang Jin, how you pronounce that shit? But the point is, right, that girl, the one character, right? They post a video introduce her, right, quite recently too. Right, that one, right? The one fighting with bear, yeah. And the second one is, I don't know if it's leaked or not. I'm very much afraid talking about her because she's not been introduced yet. But that red hair girl, 5-star version, right? In my dream, I see that in my dream, right? Remember that? Right. I'm not talking about lit, right? That red hair girl using string, that hot booba one, yeah, that one. And one of the characters, unnamed one, at least, not that I am aware of, on the trailer too, the blue hair girl, I don't really remember where I say. Yes, in the trailer, right? Trailers. The girl that's looking like, how do I say this right word? Goddess, holy, noble, beautiful, pretty. What kind of words you can say about it, right? I'm already have 3 characters I am very much looking forward to play already. Let me remind you, CBT2 not even here yet. I'm here talking about characters that I don't even know when they're gonna release, right? But here's my feedback on the characters. Outside of those 3 characters that I find very appealing, to me by the way, to me at least, the other ones is not so much. They do have some upgrade, they do have some buff for themselves, sure, 100% they do. They're not really gonna be that much of a change, right? But there's a few short points here. The 3 key points about this is contradiction design. Contradiction design, basically you design a character that look not really look, but they have contradiction point in their own characters that you can see, and that yin yanger, that one in the trailer, that in that trailer they already shown that, and I do know that they probably know what they're doing with that in contradiction design, right? First off, they show us some clumsy waitress girl, stuff like that, and then the very next moment they show her going around being very careful, collecting all these rare ingredients, climbing the mountains, show her strength and persistence on collecting those mint and berry. Oh shit. Right, know that guy? Yeah. Right, so when it comes to contradiction design, I do know or believe that they know what they're doing with that, but what I expected, or at least I hope to God to see, that they would implement that into the game. What do I mean by that? Let me take one example. Let's say I am making random ass quest. Let's say you go around, you are escorting an NPC, right, from town number A to town B, town number B, whatever, right? During that path, you meet some bandit, and of course, you need to fight them all. But here's the thing: the bandit were designed to not to be beaten easily. You can be beaten by the bandit too, but there are two cases where this can happen. You beat the bandit, you go to town B, nothing happened. Or you don't beat the bandit, and the cutscene happen. And when you fail to beat the bandit, the cutscene happen, and let's say a character, let's say wipe away, right? Yeah, let's name it like that. That wipe away coming in, help you, right? Save you, right? You get to see the badass side of her. You get to see the combat side, the badass side of that wife away. But if you're able to beat the thing, you get to town B. You are not gonna be, let's say, very good condition, right? Because maybe you go see in cutscene like you all wounded and all that stuff. You're still able to beat the guy, but you're not gonna see the cutscene with that wife away. But you will see her again when you reach town B, and in this town, she will be the one taking care of you, right? Taking care of your wound, taking care of your. After you battle that, you see her soft side, you see her motherly side, you see her caring side of the story, right? Those two things are contradiction design that implemented into the story, introducing the same character. And now, if you do this kind of design, and if you do that like 10 years, 20 years ago, it's not going to be having that much of an effect. But this is 2024, right? When you do that, a lot more people will actively caring about the story, caring about the character more, because nowadays everybody has internet, right? Everybody can go look internet, look for info about all that shit. Of course, somebody else, if not a lot of people, gonna post stuff about this, right? So they get to see a two side of the same quest. And here's the problem: I don't even see a lot of game does that. And if you want to actually sell, and in the gacha game space, selling a character, making people care about your character is way more important than actually writing a good story. You can just create a good story, sure, right? But most of the time, right, you're making gacha game, you're selling the character, so this is actually on your benefit too, right? And a lot of people see that, and they are having, like, they see two different sides of the same character, right? They will be simping hard for that right away. And it would have even more an impact if you put that kind of design into the quest, introducing the character that is not currently on the banner, right? Introducing the future character that way to give people a little bit more hype. And if you keep it too long, the hype will die. So would really advise you to do that one or two parts earlier, right? Yes, sure. But my point of doing this, of giving this kind of advice on this contradiction design is because I like it. I want to see something like that, right? Because I want the game to be better. That's why I want to see something like that, and that actually work. It is actually a win-win situation for both the player and the dev. Well, of course, it's gonna add a little bit more work onto your show, 100%. But it will create such a better. It will create a better narrative standpoint, better narrative, better story when people go in there and try to understand the story. And I do know, I read about the Death Note, right? You are making a skip button. Pray, amen, God bless you for making a skip button for anyone that doesn't care. But in the early game, I would say heavily believe that in the early game, a lot of people, if not all of them, very much care about your story in the early game, because it's new, right? You get in there, you don't know what else going on, and unless the story gives them the reason not to care about it anymore, then they will stop caring about the story. But here is where Genshin before fall short, right? The first three regions of that game is a total piece of shit. Very bad storytelling. I'm not talking about the lore, the story that they tell. Really bad. And after that, even if in Sumeru and in Fontaine they are improving that, but it's only too late. People that not gonna care about their story, they stop caring about the story right after that. Right. So that is why I am hoping that if you want to implement this, I would wish for you to do it as early as possible, because in the early days, everybody going in totally clueless, completely going blind. Of course, they're gonna care about the story, right? And use this method, this contradiction design, to implement it onto the story. That is your way to get people to care about your story. And let's say, even if you're not, let's say, even if let's be real here, right? Let's be real. Even if you are not believing in yourself to be able to create good story, doing this still give you a little bit of a benefit to trick the player base or trick the normies into thinking that you have good story. That's the thing, right? Anime fanboy, me included, by the way. We're very simple, right? We see some cool stuff. You see some choice matter bullshit in the game. Boy, that story gonna be peak. Although, regardless if it's true or not, you're gonna be able to ease down the bad side of the storytelling. Implied, like, let's say, assuming your story is bad. Of course, if it's not bad, then it's amplified that one. It gives even more of an effect on that. That is why I am giving you this feedback, and hope to God that you would do that as early as possible, if not day one of the release. And I know you have way less time to do that, but still, I'm gonna throw my shot out here, right? If it land, it land. If it's not, then well, tough luck. Because I tried it before with Genshin. Right? I gave them feedback about this thing before. They didn't listen, by the way. Spoiler alert. And now to the next point. My next point about character design. Sex appeal. Ooh boy, when talking about this, we all know what I'm talking about, right? Designing hot character, sexy character, basically, what you say, big booba character, big boob, big ass, stuff like that, right? Very normal way to attract a bunch of kuma in here. Of course, I know you are capable to do that. But this, I'll give you a little bit of way to, because I know in China, right? In China, censorship is quite strict over there. And if you make a game and you try to make character appealing, it's not gonna work that way, or they're not gonna let you do that even, right? But here's one way you can actually avoid that while still keeping your character to have the same, what is the word for that? Sex appeal, the same sex appeal level to that. The imply sexy, or imply hot, imply nudity, imply sex appeal, whatever the word you want to call that, sure. Now look at this picture. Yula from Genshin Impact. You see, she wearing very normal clothes, sure, very normal pants, but in this picture, zoom it in, zoom it in, zoom it in. Now you see, right? The pants you're wearing is quite normal, but as you can already see, her body is not really fitting with that pants, right? And it feels like she's a little bit of straight her body outside, right? That is the implied thickness that she has, right? You can use, and my eyes, I've seen a lot of questionable video about her, and I know, what, damn, bro, I'm weak for this kind of design, right? Take girl, yeah, that one. But that is a kind of design, a little bit small detail, but the Kuma, they have eagle eye, I would say so. They would see all this with a glance, brother. I would tell you they have such a keen eye to look at these. Look at the second case, right? And of course, taken from Genshin. Because let's be real, right? There's no footage or any implied sexy that I have seen in this game. That's why I make this goddamn fucking video, isn't it? Right? Here's a picture about glory, right? You see this part? You see this part? You see that button in front of a boo? Yep. That is the implied thickness. That implies that her booba is too big to be contained in that shirt, and it feels like it's gonna bust out at any time. And boy, ain't that hard. That is the implied design that I was talking about. You created characters that have a little bit of a implied this thing, implied that thing over the place without actually showing skin or showing naked stuff like that. No, you don't need to do that. In fact, it's actually way more sexy if you just straight up showing the people porn, showing naked stuff like that. Well, you would want them to not wearing clothes if you so choose to, but of course you have to let them wear clothes, right? Sure, right? But this implied design is giving you a little bit of leverage to give people way more imagination room on that, right? You see, this applies to almost a lot of things, even in horror game, in horror movie. Implied with imagination is the strongest weapon you can use in anything. Even in horror game, you don't get to see the monster, you imagine what it looked like. That boosts up scariness of that. And why not use it the same here in character design implied sexy, right? The same thing. Now, for the third part of character design that I would love to see in the game, it would be anime stereotype. What I mean by that is let's say use a few samples here. Some single purpose character like Goblin Slayer. He doesn't do shit aside from going around killing goblins. That's his goal. But that dedication is badass. And of course, you can use with male or female regardless. But if you want to use with female, you actually need a very good writing about that. Because with male, you don't need shit, right? You put it on a male character that you don't want to write a lot of story on. Give him a single purpose character design, right? And then we're good to go, right? That's what male character is. It is acceptable for male character. and that is from the anime trope, right? And of course, I don't really watch a lot of anime, but there's some characters like that too. Let's say the edgy boy character, edgy boy, is his Kirito guy from Sword Online, right? Right, a lot. That anime created an entire generation of gamer who want to play solo shit, right? And it's not a bad thing either. It's fun to do that. It's fun to see things like that, right? And what are the anime trope? And what are the anime stereotype? I see a lot. Oh yeah, the cute girl, cute anime count, the cute girl, yeah stuff, right? Very normal, right? Some teenage looking anime girl, lively. Oh yeah, I'm talking about lively. We actually have quite a few, right? And Genshin, because Genshin and Honkai Star Rail from the same company, by the way, they already implement that twice because they know this type of counter that I'm about to tell you is gonna be very popular about that. Tricky prankster or a tricky, lively, full of energetic prankster kind of counter like Hu Tao in Genshin Impact or Sparkle in Honkai Star Rail. And my people are weak for those kind of counter because most of the people, I'm not saying myself, right? Surely not myself, right? Surely that have a pretty boring life most of the time. Right? There's nothing going on in your life. But get into the game, things will change, right? So you see these characters running around doing some prank. You see a lot of personality from that character. Even if you are trying to, oh yes, there's another trope. Another anime stereotype is a badass character. Well, this is kind of an obvious, right? Just create any character looking like a Giga Chaz, and there we go, right? Simple. And of course, it would be preferably to have it on a male character, adult male character model, and using a fist or his hand or legs to fight. Because well, I think according to a certain dream, I know you have some character like that too, right? But he is not appealing enough into the Giga Chat realm, right? He's just into a realm of do you watch Overlord? Do you know Sebastian? That guy, that blue guy, adult guy, that guy is fitting more into Sebastian the territory rather than the badass Giga Chat one. But you do need both of them, right? Sure. You're saying male character is easy as shit. You can do that. Sure. You can do the beautiful and handsome boy too, right? But come on, anime, that thing is like a dime a dozen. You can find it everywhere. But to find a Giga Chat? Oh, it's rare. That's rare. Like Escanor. Oh boy, my favorite. I would love to have a bunch of female characters on my roster, but if you actually create any character with that same energy like Escanor, brother, I will well for him 100% because he's fucking cool. That's it, right? And now sitting here talking a lot of shit, but all that's can be concluded in 3 points: contradiction design, sex appeal, and anime trope, right? You should need to implementing that onto your game. With contradiction design, you put on a request with 2 different outcomes, and then, well, that's it. That's what you need to do. If you want to do that, by the way, please. And the second one is sex appeal. That is mostly shown on a character design, visually designed from a character. And the third one is, what is it? Anime stereotype, right? And this depends on what kind of anime the anime of the dev was, the guy designed the character was, right? Depends, sure. But I would love to see a lot more anime vibe of character in there, especially the one that was quite popular in the anime world, like Okay, I would say Aaron Yeager, but no, that guy's no, not really an metropolis. He's more of an edgy boy. Yeah, I can't really think of an example really, because my lack of knowledge in anime. Sure, right. But my point is, if you want to design such appealing counter, implement that into the story. And if you are willing to do the two side or contradiction design of counter implement into the story, I would love for you to at least hope for you to do it as early as possible, if not day one of the release. Because in the early day, I already explained that, right? Early day, everybody likes story, everybody loves story, everybody going in blind. They don't know what the hell's going on. Of course, then go look for a story, see what happened, right? And that is my feedback on counter design that I would love to see Kurogame would implement into the game. Please, right? And that is all. That is all the video. Write out in the comments. Tell me what you think about it. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Anything else you want to add more on the counter design? Write down the comment. Tell me what you think. Come on, I know you wanna write some comment. I know you wanna do it. Come on. Alright, that is it. Signing out.